Hello, my name is Christopher Lee, one of Food & Wine's best new chefs. Today I'm going to show you a great first course or an appetizer. It's a chilled sweet yellow corn soup with a lump crab cake and cayenne oil. For the soup, the ingredients are pretty simple. They're straightforward. We have sweet yellow corn right there, which is found on most farm stands during the summer. And if not, you can substitute a canned corn. A yellow onion, garlic, star anise, Turkish bay leaf, and for the liquid or the moistener for the soup, we're going to be using water and heavy cream. I'm going to show you a little technique with the corn. Show you how to cut it off the cob. There we go. Just you want to race the knife down the side of the cob, and you want to be able to cut off the kernels. And if you notice, you could tell like a little trick. If you really squeeze the corn, and you see a nice yellow or white finish coming out, you know it's filled with starch and sugar. So you're going to have great sweet corn for this soup. Now to get started on the soup, we're going to be doing a technique called sweating. Put a little oil in the pan. We're going to take the yellow onion, add it to the pan with some garlic. You can see that action that's happening right now. It's called sweating, where it's no color, but it's bringing out the natural sweetness of the onion and the garlic. This takes about a minute, minute and a half. So once the onions are a little translucent, we're going to add the corn. Give it a little mix, a little toast. Add a little salt. Then we're going to add the water. 1 bay leaf, 1 star anise, and then we're going to let this simmer. And we let the soup simmer for about 25 minutes. So now once the soup is cooked for 25 minutes, we're going to add the cream to it. And then we're going to let it cook for another 5 minutes. At that point, we're going to remove the bay leaf and the star anise, and we're going to blend this soup until smooth. And then you're pretty much going to chill, and we're ready to go. Now for the cayenne oil, we're going to basically take some grapeseed oil, put it into a pot. We're going to bring it up to a heat. You don't want to simmer or boil the oil or get it too hot because you'll burn the cayenne. We're going to add the cayenne after. You're adding a good amount of cayenne. Now this oil is going to be spicy, but it's meant to be a garnish. It plays with the palate a little bit. So we're just going to be bringing it up to a warm temperature. And that is it. Then we're going to remove, and we're going to blend. Now for the crab cake, you'll need the following ingredients. We have lump crab meat here, celery, cumin, lemon, shallot, parsley, chives, some mayonnaise. That'll make the base of it. Then the bread, we'll need the flour, egg, and panko breadcrumbs. Now assembling the crab cake or making the crab mix, we're going to take the lump crab meat. I'm just going to make a couple of crab cakes here. Even though you get this crab meat that comes from a can or from the store, you might want to still go through it just in case for those random shells that you find. And this is lump crab meat. This is a high grade crab meat, which you can find. You could use a pasteurized, which is good as well. We're going to take some shallots, put into the mix, some celery, some parsley, some chive, a little lemon zest, then we're just going to get a fresh squeeze of lemon juice as well. And then remember that when we talked about we're going to highlight some spices. Well, we're going to be adding cumin. This is our spice. To me, cumin and crab kind of brings an interesting flavor, but it enhances the soup we're using. Cumin and corn actually go very, very well. You're not going to use too much. You want to do a light little spice because cumin is actually very, very strong and robust, but you want enough to actually enhance the whole dish. And at that point, we're just going to add some mayonnaise, which is our binder. And then we're just going to basically make the crab cake. So we're going to basically mold a little ball, form them into little cakes or little pucks, we like to say. They're about an ounce per. If you want, you can make them bigger. It's up to you. You can actually serve 2 if you want, but it's totally up to your call. So we have a couple. From here, you can see the crab cake is formed, a little puck. Now we're going to actually bread them. So we're going to sit here and add it with flour first, roll it around, knock off the excess, a little gentle. Reform the puck, and we're going to put it into the egg. Same thing, you want a nice coating, you want to coat the entire cake, and then we're going to put it into the breadcrumb. So there we go. Once again, we have that little hockey puck look to it. We pat it down, and there we go. And there's our finished crab cake. Now we're going to saute the crab cake. Basically, we're going to have a very hot pan with oil in it. You want to carefully put each crab cake into the pan. They take about 30 seconds on each side to cook. What you're really looking for is a browning sensation. Once you see a browning on the side of it, you know it's finished. And we're going to flip them over and cook them on the other side. And there we go. There's one, two. Once we achieve that crispy golden look, they're pretty much finished. Okay, so now since I've chilled and blended the soup, we have this final product, which is a beautifully textured soup. We're going to assemble the plate. So we're going to take our crab cake, put it into the middle of a bowl, take the soup. It's a 2-ounce ladle. A good portion size will be about 6 ounces, so you want to give 3 of these ladles. See how smooth the texture is on this soup. Then we're going to take the cayenne oil. Just drizzle around the soup. It's a great contrast in color with the brown and yellow. And we're going to just put some garnish with some fresh chervil, which you can find in any supermarket or farm fresh stand you have in the area. And there we go. A great first course to any meal. Sweet yellow corn soup with lumped crab cake and cayenne oil. Enjoy. For these great recipes and others, explore McCormickGourmet.com.